Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're going to take a look at spotting propaganda. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. There's probably not an imminent Tyranid invasion. Don't panic, keep calm, and be vigilant. Hail, citizen. Welcome to the regular Munistorm-sanctioned news bulletin. Remember, the Emperor protects, so we don't have to. Already getting some underlying signs of propaganda. Local enforcer precincts have informed us that recent increase in public concern and dissent following the entirely planned shutdown of all astropathic communication to and from our planet. Please continue to ignore any and all malicious or seditious rumors circulating that nearby systems may have come under attack by some kind of Xenos. That's pretty much as propaganda as it gets. But just remember, the Emperor protects. Even though it's any loyal Imperial citizen's right and duty to die heroically in the Emperor's name while facing his enemies, please take heed that any discussion of impending invasion by the extragalactic menace will be considered treasonous and met with summary judgment by enforcers, arbites, priests, work supervisors, delete as applicable. In unrelated news, a compulsory draft of all service-age citizens will begin this week. So on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as propaganda goes, we're going to have to give that one an 8 on the propaganda scale. Next up, check your neighbors, know the signs. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. At this time, you should regard your neighbors with suspicion. How many arms do they have? And is the answer more than 2? How's their hairline? Are those purple blotches hereditary, a chemical rash, or something more sinister? Have they attempted to hand you pamphlets filled with slander about your beloved planetary governor? Cultist activity is suspected in this area. Know the signs. Extra appendages. Baldness. Work shifts reappearing from nowhere. Failure to report seditious activities will result in punitive measures, or in extreme cases, planetary exterminatus. Whatever your observations, you should be both suspicious and alarmed. Inform your local Adeptus Arbites precinct immediately. So on the propaganda scale, I'm going to have to give this one like a 3 because it's really not propaganda. It's just like, hey, keep your eyes out for purple bald guys with multiple arms. And honestly, I think that's good advice. All right, so next we have do your part and join the militia today. Have you ever considered a career in the Astra Militarum? The pay is acceptable, and your name will go down in history as one of many, many heroes of the Imperium. Opportunities for martyrdom may just be around the corner. Tired by the relentless monotony of your work shifts? Keen to attain martyrdom in a hopeless struggle for the glory of the God Emperor? Feeling trapped by the threat of imminent conscription? Join the Astra Militarum today. Even if you can't make it in the Imperial Guard, your local planetary defense force is always recruiting full-time soldiers with free corps disposal. Sign on with the militia before conscription and you will get the first pick of the finest standard issue war gear. No previous weapon experience needed. All right, I'm going to go 9 on this one on the propaganda scale because this is landed on pretty thick. But I do like that it's pretty open and honest about the reality of life, in the 41st millennium. And last but not least, updated guidance. In the extremely unlikely event that a Xenos invasion does occur, note the official Ordo-approved guidance on military response may have changed for your area. Please see the attached infographic explaining the correct protocols. Ooh, so I got to start off by saying they're laying it on pretty thick with the extremely unlikely event of a Xenos invasion. Things you can do in the moments before exterminatus. 1. Reflect on the infallible grace of your Savior, the God Emperor of mankind. 2. Perform one last act of valiant defiance in the face of the pitiful Xenos threat. 3. Drown out the inhuman caterwauling of chittering hordes with stirring rendition of an Imperial hymn. And a special note, advance notice of planetary conflagration cannot be guaranteed. For best results, always face towards the impact. Stay tuned to the network for further updates on how everything is fine and why there's no need to fear imminent destruction. So I gotta say, this one starts off pretty strong on the propaganda with the extremely unlikely comment. But after that, it's really not that bad. So I'm gonna give this one a 5 on the propaganda scale. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. So you guys know I'm not a big fan of propaganda just in general. I always got my eye out for it, but I expect it from Games Workshop as well as the Emperor of Mankind. And while I did find this article entertaining, and it's definitely meant to be a joke about the propaganda that the Imperium puts out, we should always recognize that Games Workshop knows that the Imperium sends out tons of propaganda, and they too are guilty of the same thing. So while it's cool to have an article like this and have a little fun, we should always remember that at the heart of all the Imperium's propaganda is Games Workshop. It's always a good idea to think for yourself quietly, be suspicious of anything you're told, and do your own research. And that way, even if you have to hide it on threat of death, you can at least make informed decisions. So let me know what you guys think of this article in particular, the propaganda of the Imperium of Mankind, and also Games Workshop as well. I always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. I do enjoy articles like this as I find them humorous. There's not a huge takeaway from this article or anything like that, but I think it's fun. And while Games Workshop tends to go overboard on the dad humor and corny jokes, I thought this was a pretty good blend of propaganda and also those dad humor jokes. So let me know what you think down below. How do you rate each of these individual pieces of propaganda on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least propaganda and 10 being the most? Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check them out to save 15% on Games Workshop products. Link in the description. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm not buying it. And I'm out of here.